Moving on, well, the Supreme Court of India modified its order on stray dogs, which was given on the 11th of August. This modification came after the order faced huge criticism. In the new ruling delivered by a three-judge bench, the stray dogs will be sterilised and immunised, after which they can be released back to their original locations. On this, the court also made an exception, stating that the dogs with aggressive behaviour or those with rabies will not be released back. The bench also made it clear that the earlier order shall continue with the modifications that have been stated. Along with this, the Supreme Court also directed the Municipal Corporation of Delhi to create designated feeding areas in municipal wards, banning public feeding of strays outside these zones with legal consequences for violators, and also stated that a helpline number will be released. The bench also indicated that it will formulate a national policy on stray dogs after giving hearings to all the states. This modification raises questions on the health of dogs after they go through the sterilisation procedures. We'll talk about this with our guest. Joining us on the show is Advocate Ashwani Dubey, advocate on record from the Supreme Court; Divya Puri, co-founder of the Karan Puri Foundation; Dr. Avnish Narayan Mathur, animal rights activist, also with us on the program; Abhijit Mitra, animal activist, also with us on the program. Thank you everyone for being a part of this conversation. Ashwani, I'll begin with you. Well, first up, your impression of this order by the Supreme Court. Of course, it's a lot more humane. It keeps realism in mind, Ashwani, that it is not possible to pick all these dogs up and stuff them in shelters which don't even exist.
It's a good order for the reason that the Honorable Supreme Court has categorized three categories. One, that the dogs which are affected with the rabies, they should not be released. Number two, dogs which are healthy, they should be sterilized and they should be sent to the designated places where from they were picked up. And three is, though the aggressive behavior dogs, they should be kept within the dog shelters which has been made within the municipalities. See, the interim arrangement. What has happened? The Honorable Justice Rabi Padriwala bench on 11th August have said the dogs should be picked up, kept in the shelter homes, and they should not be released in any case. But in order to maintain a balance, because the Animal Protection Act is also in place, ABC rules are also in place. So Honorable Supreme Court, in order to protect and maintain a balance, and also in order to give the sufficient time to the municipal authorities of all over the country, because we have to look into and see that the scope of this order, the order which has been passed by three judges bench today, have been widened from the last order. Earlier order was within the Delhi and NCR, and this has, the Honorable Supreme Court has called for all the files, all the matters which are pending in different high courts. Now, three things which are very important. At the same time, Supreme Court is concerned about the health, life and liberty of the dogs. Honorable Supreme Court is also concerned about the life and liberty of the citizens, because the feeding them at a designated place, of course, would reduce the problem. Keeping them away from where the children play, entry-exit points in a staircase, of course, that would be sufficient enough to ensure that the dogs are not beating the normal citizens. Now, clear of public street, pedestrians or common passes is also one of the important points which this Honorable Supreme Court has kept in the mind. But one thing is here, in order to maintain the balance, because one has to look into which dog is aggressive. Whose responsibility is this? We are not, the common citizens don't know which dog is aggressive, which dog is not aggressive. For that, there has to be some experts. And for that, that is why Honorable Supreme Court said, look, you have to decide, the municipal authorities would decide that which dog is aggressive, because the rules are already in order. It is not that the municipal laws does not provide that the dog cannot be picked up. Dogs can be picked up. They should be sterilized. Delhi High Court in the earlier judgment also said that after immunization, they should be released back. Now herein it is to be looked into that whether the intent behind the order is salutary and whether it works towards protecting the citizens at large, one, from the attacks by the aggressive and rabid stray dogs, and two, whether the animals' welfare is taken into consideration. So I think it's a balanced order. Let's see what would happen after 8 weeks, because the Honorable Supreme Court has also asked the municipal authorities that you have to maintain and protect and make three things. The shelter homes, so that if there is any inefficient, inadequate shelter homes will be in enough number. Because in any case, all the dog lovers, so who were protecting the animal rights, they were saying there is no shelter home, itna 1,000 crore lagega, utna 1,000 crore lagega. So court said, okay, enough, fair enough, you take the time, but ultimately The fate would be decided when finally this matter would be disposed of. So it's an interim protection, and interim protection, I think that's a balanced approach. Vinit Bhai, over to you.
Okay, Divya Puri, do you think this is a balanced approach? And considering every